Hello, my name is Giselle and this is Vybechecktarot. Let's go ahead and gauge the current energy. Okay. We have false flame, help, twin flame, fragmentation of the soul, illusions. Get one more card. There we go. And difficult differences. Okay, for my collective out there, there is a conflict in your mind if this is a twin flame or a false flame. You're constantly going back and forth as to how to distinguish what this connection means, right? So there's this misconception that if someone is your counterpart, that they're not going to cause you any kind of stress. And that's far from the truth, because people are brought into your life so that they can project a mirror back to you. So any unhealed wounds, any childhood traumas that you may have, they're going to be brought to the forefront. And this is by design. You bring people into your vibration based on your current energy. And whatever needs to be healed, these people are going to continue to show up in your energy because you're energetically calling them. So whoever's coming into your life, it's your own doing. It's your own wounds or the healing that you've done. I know a lot of you are viewing your person as someone that has a victim mentality. Your person feels stuck or has a negative perception on the connection, whether they should come forward, whether they should reconnect, whether they should keep it in separation. There are things that they feel like it's out of their control. For example, because this is such a logical person, they feel like the feelings that they have for you, they can't control them like they do with other things. They're so used to having everything in line and in balance that when it comes to you, it's something that is out of their control. They're not sure how to navigate this. They do have a lot of trust issues. This person definitely feels like you broke their heart, or vice versa. Place energy where it fits. There is a lot of unexplained fears, and these are self-imposed fears. I know that you probably think your person checks out on certain situations, or you feel like it's not a big issue to them, but they do care. This is just an illusion. Your person is portraying this cool, calm, collective demeanor, but in essence, they're afraid. They're afraid that their fears are going to get the best of them, that their trust issues are going to complicate things even more. They're afraid that they're going to give too much or not give enough. There is an emphasis on a lack of self-worth with this individual. This card says, "My obsessive thinking got the best of me. I allowed my emotions and others to control and dictate my actions towards our connection. I finally understand I need to trust my intuition." Again, your person is feeling like they want to come out of this victim mentality. They want to stop feeling like they have no control. Because with this card, it says, "I just can't. I'm feeling hopeless and helpless. There is nothing that I can do. Life is what it is, and we just have to accept our circumstances." So this is someone that really feels like either they ruined the connection or they allowed exterior circumstances or opinions or influences to dictate the outcome of this relationship. So with this difficult differences, there possibly may be a cultural difference, a religious difference. It almost seems like you two have a lot of love in between one another, but there's such an imbalance between expectations. And I think the expectations are not forwardly spoken. So both of you are left to assume, especially with this card saying, "Our differences drove us apart, and it angered me that you didn't understand where I was coming from. It still pains me that we can't come to an agreement, even if we love each other." This is the connection that carries a lot of love between the two of you. There's just a lot of conflict with external parties, maybe family, friends, cultural differences, and maybe an age difference. There's something that left both of you shattered, especially when this connection ended or unraveled. Let me get a couple more cards. Your person may be someone that is in charge, possibly a boss, a CEO, someone that has somewhat higher in the totem pole, right? They're someone that is very masculine and has a very heavy influence. Your person is at a crossroads. They are trying to make the choice whether to pursue this relationship and make amends with you or to let it go. They definitely do have the choice, but they're weighing out their options. They have free will, although they feel conflicted because they're not really sure where this is going to lead. Your person may be successful. They have a lot of drive and they're very persistent. But for whatever reason, these emotions dominate them and it kind of disables them in a sense. What are the blockages from coming towards this connection? They're not following their intuition. They are trying to keep themselves distracted. They're delaying the change that needs to happen. And they're unsure if you're going to forgive them. Your person really wants to return, but they're not sure if their apology is going to be good enough. Why is this distracted card here? Okay. They don't want to take action right now. They feel like they messed up the connection, especially with this Devil card. They feel like you're building something with someone else. What is this apology card here? Why are they afraid to come towards the collective? They're not sure if you're going to give them a second chance. They want this new beginning with you because they do believe that you are their perfect partner. You're their dream person. But they're afraid because honestly, they don't feel like they deserve your forgiveness. What is stopping this apology? Okay, they're healing. They're healing right now. This is someone that maybe possibly ghosted you or maybe just disappeared without even giving you clear reasoning behind their disappearance. But this is someone that is still very, very infatuated, obsessed with you. They have this immense admiration for you. There may be some kind of blockages or distance that was in the way before. However, that's in reverse. So that tells me that those blockages are being removed. They do feel like one day you guys will reconnect. Maybe they have a very pessimistic perception, so maybe you deserve better. Let me get some thoughts from them. What is your person feeling? They're playing it safe. Yeah, they're playing it safe. They're taking the easy route because they're not really sure if you'll forgive them. They're not really sure if this is going to work out. They want to jump back into the relationship. They want to tell you everything that they're feeling. They want to pour into you, but they are weighing out the risk and reward. They're weighing out because there's, as I mentioned, there is a lot of exterior influences, maybe family, friends, or culture differences that is stopping this person from coming forward. They have to be realistic while weighing the pros and cons, right? And because of that, they're self-sabotaging because it stems from fear. They don't want to be the one in their family to change and go outside of their culture if this is a culture difference. They don't want to be the one to jump in and go for this relationship and then potentially it not work out, and then they're the ones that ruined the dynamics. This is a person that's really afraid of it not working out. They are self-sabotaging because of their own self-imposed doubts. They don't know how to approach the situation. Although they've been going back and forth in their head for quite some time, they still haven't finalized how they're going to come forward and if it's really a risk they're willing to take. They're so disabled by fear that it's not allowing them to come forward. What else? Yeah, your person is definitely starving their soul. They're placing unnecessary obstacles and challenges meant to redirect them, but they're refusing to do the inner work. Instead, they're avoiding the issues. They're numbing their pain, whether it be pouring themselves into work, whether it be addictions, whether it be entertaining karmic connections. They don't want to deal with this pain. They don't want to deal with this possible rejection. They want to nurture this relationship because they do believe you are their person. You're the only person that they want. What else can you tell me about this? And I mean, oh, okay. 7 of Cups. They're afraid that you have options that you moved on to. They're afraid that they have some healthy competition. They're not sure you still feel the same. Yeah, you have 3 of Cups. There may have been a third party, and a third party can mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be another person. It can be exterior influences. It can be family, friends, anybody that's interfering with the connection. So they are no longer allowing this third party interfere. They're no longer allowing this to be an issue. They are now listening to their intuition, and they're going to move forward. Anything else? With the 6 of Cups in reverse, your person really wants a reunion with you, but they're really not ready to face what you have to say and possible rejection. They're not trusting how you feel about them. They're questioning everything. Let's get you a time frame as to when this person is going to decide to come back, if they do. It's going to be different for everybody, so keep that in mind. We have 8 months before the end of the year. Okay, for some of you, it's going to be within 8 months. For some of you, it's going to be before the end of the year. At the bottom of the deck, I have the momentum is rolling. Stay positive. It's on the way. I'm going to get a couple more cards for what your person wants to say to you but can't. This love is crazy. Why can't I move on from you? Why do I feel this way? My life is a mess right now. So this is someone that definitely is feeling the loss of you, definitely mourning the loss of the connection, really. They can't understand why they're not able to let go of you. They can't understand why this love has consumed them. Because with past experiences, they've been able to just let go and move on without even a second thought. But with you, it almost feels like it's just not natural to love you this much. It's not natural to hang on after this time. I'm not sure how long some of you have been in separation, but they feel crazy for still loving you. I'm afraid to lose you. I wish I could be a different person. They have hurt me. So your person may have been hurt in the past, either by you or previous relationships, but this is someone that proceeds with a lot of caution. They're very untrusting when it comes to other people. They may have developed a hyper independence because as a child, they weren't supported. So they develop this hyper independence where they can't trust and rely on anybody. The only person they can rely on is themselves, which is why they feel like they've been hurt. They feel like they've been lied to, and possibly maybe their own family, their own friends, their own inner circle. This is someone that is starting to comprehend that their inner circle has lied to them, has misguided them with this connection. And they really, really wish they would have handled it differently. Because right now, they're extremely afraid that you've moved on, and they're afraid to lose you. They are terrified because you are the only person that has ever meant anything to them, that sees them. This is someone that has a lot of regret because this card flew down on the floor. If I could go back in time, I would handle this differently. Will this pain ever stop? No one understands me but you. This is confirmation. Like I said, this person feels like no one gets them like you. No one sees them like you. And they're questioning, why is it that you love them? Because this person struggles with self-worth. Again, this is someone that has developed a hyper independence and someone that has a lot of unhealed wounds from childhood. And one of the traumas that this person is dealing with is self-worth. They're trying to figure out, why is it that you love them? Why is someone like you want them? They feel like you deserve so much better. They feel like you're better off without them, which is why they left. And now they're questioning, will this pain ever go away? Because they are in deep sorrow. They're drowning in their emotions. And they don't know if they can ever get past this. They're trying, but they're not sure. For those that have been in separation for more than 6 months, they feel like it should have gotten easier by now. But it's not getting easier. It's getting harder. Every day that goes by, they're being reminded of you, almost like they're being haunted by the memory of you. So they're trying to figure out, like, what do I do? Is this going to change, or this is how it's going to be? See, this is someone that's really working on themselves, and they're trying to figure out if you still think about them, because they are constantly thinking about you. What is their fear? Okay, we have dreaming, synchronicities, suppress, and communication. I'm seeing a repetitive theme in this reading. There is a lot of communication that your person's contemplating on. They want to come towards you, and they want to talk to you about what's been really going on in their life, because they've been wearing this mask, pretending that everything is going well, but in reality, they're drowning in sorrow because of you. They're suppressing their emotions because they're not ready to feel them. And again, this is another confirmation. They're reminded of you constantly. The signs are everywhere, synchronicity. And they are definitely having a lot of dreams about you. Jealousy and obsession. Again, this is double confirmation with the obsession card. It says, no matter how hard I try to forget you, I just can't seem to get you out of my mind and heart. Your person is really trying to get it together, because even though you guys are not together, they still feel a sense of jealousy. They don't want to see you with someone else. Just the thought of that makes them go crazy. They can't even imagine someone else having your energy. They can't even imagine someone else experiencing you. So they're trying not to think about it. They're numbing it. They are numbing their pain, and they're suppressing it. They don't want to think about you being with someone else ever, because in their head, you still belong to them. Let me get a guidance card for this energy. What does the universe want to guide you to do? What does the universe want? Okay. All paths lead home. With this card, your person already knows what path to take, but they need to trust their intuition. They need to turn inward and let it guide them home. And for them, you are home. Your person really just needs to focus on baby steps. It doesn't need to be all at once, just taking those baby steps to get the ball rolling. Your person really needs to dig deep and stop numbing the pain, whether it's with addictions, whether it's with third parties, whether it's with karmic connections, with work. It doesn't matter. Your person really needs to heal and allow themselves to feel that pain. And with pain comes knowledge. And with that knowledge, once they heal, they're able to come back with clarity. Right now, they don't feel comfortable coming back because they haven't really dealt with the loss. They haven't done the work to heal all of their childhood traumas. They continue to numb them. They continue to suppress it. They're not doing anything to elevate. They want you back, but they're ignoring their intuition. We do have perspective, and I am going to leave it with that. Your person has a different perspective now that they've gotten clarity with their inner circle. Whoever was misleading them in the past, whoever was giving them bad guidance, they now have the perspective to move accordingly. So what they decide to do with that is, it's going to differ from each person, because this is a general reading. But I hope with your person having this clarity that they'll move accordingly with their intuition and their highest self. Okay, thank you for tuning in. Have a beautiful day, and remember to stay aligned with your heart while taking confident steps towards your highest self. Bye for now.